At this time, I would like to comment on the No Kings Rally that was held on October 18, 2025 across the United States of America. All 50 states participated and were represented by many major cities that boasted crowds topping over 100,000 protesters, with 300,000 in New York City alone. Every major city had thousands of peaceful protests, as well as street corners and overpasses in many towns, villages, counties, and parishes across the nation. Protests simultaneously were held across the world in sympathetic response to our country's plight with the man who would be king. A rogue puppet king to the world's oligarchs bent on dismantling democracy is making the world very nervous. The first No King rally, held in June, touted over 5 million peaceful protesters. This month, over 7 million hit the streets. People of all ages, from blue hairs to babies, all with signs of protest, with peaceful hearts and a kind camaraderie. Many patriots were wearing a unifying color of yellow in solidarity. This is said to more visible, bright, bold, and impossible to ignore, like the movement itself. The American flag again flown with pride in protesters' hands and not used as weapons as many MAGA protesters did at our nation's capital on January 6th. We have over 350 million people in this country. Almost 2% of those people had the temerity, passion, and ability to hit the streets and protest of the growing threat of a very real autocracy in this nation. The current administration is rolling our Project 2025 just as planned, including the current government shutdown. From tariffs to deportations, they are implementing change as planned. They have a dark agenda for our country, and we are under internal attack, and they believe they have the upper hand. They do not. The American people do, and the buck stops here. This No King's Day is more than a protest. It is a reunification of every state's spirit to reflect our forefathers' intent of all states that are truly united with justice and liberty for all. Most polls are unreliable and subject to many variables, making it impossible to get a good reflection of what the lion's share of a community believes. However, I was standing on the corner of the intersection where traffic has just crossed the river bridge from Minnesota into Wisconsin, intersecting with Highway 35 into downtown Prescott. We were with about 50 folks with signs and peaceful hearts. I polled every one of them if they had been paid to attend the rally. Every single person just laughed. I have to say that automobiles honking in approval on a very busy intersection of a major conduit between two states was very impressive. You could say it was a very authentic poll of the populace. In the 2 hours we stood there, and with every light change, more cars starting to honk and wave. Roughly 75% of traffic honked with thumbs up. Another 15% held an exaggerated countenance of neutrality, like the faces of folks in a crowded elevator. Only 5% of cars flipped us the bird or yelled with a middle school insult. Most of the agitated drivers just revved up the motors and their testosterone with screeching tires, just as they did at homecoming. Comical, really. As comical as the nerd of the house is calling No King's Day a Hate America rally, which is absurd. They are flailing in desperation. Good. No riots, no arrests, and I did not see one MAGA pickup or any pro-Trump signs at all. Nothing, nada. Zilch. The community has spoken. Even his followers are not protesting our protest. They are hurting too. Food prices are skyrocketing, and all they have to eat is crow. Their silence speaks volumes. With this outpouring of true patriots that we have seen at these two No King rallies this year, I truly believe we will get our country back.